Hey guys, thanks so much for clicking on this video. My name is Vicky and today I'm bringing you all the things that has been bringing me all the joy through the month of May. I hope you're all doing okay. I'm doing okay. I think the weather we are having here in the UK is really helping the situation and lifting the mood maybe a tiny bit, getting us out and about, which is always good. So like I say, I hope you are all safe. So let's get into my May favourites. So first up, I want to show you some of the hair accessories I've been absolutely living for at the moment. Obviously, some people have probably got their hair cut, you know, or are able to give themselves a little trim, but for the majority of us, let's say, the hair is getting a little bit longer, a little bit more frazzled at the ends even. So yeah, I was just trying to find some new ways of just getting my hair back and off my neck. You know, I can do a scrunchie, I'm okay with that, but I found these. And I'm going to show you what I've got in my hair at the moment, but actually these are probably my little favourites. They're just like little baby hair grips. Can you see? They're just a little baby size. So they look like that, like size on your head. So I've got a pack of 6. You can pick these up in Boots, and I actually picked these up in Sainsbury's while I was doing the shopping. So I've got a set of 3 tortoise shell ones and 3 of the black ones. And literally, I mean, you can use these however you like, but I can sometimes, if I've got a middle part in, I find it works for me better. I just take a couple of bits of on each side of my hair and sort of pin it here with one of the grips. I mean, you can use 2 obviously on both sides. I think they're just quite really nice and versatile just to get the hair out of your face a little bit. Mine's sort of getting thicker and thicker because obviously it needs a little trim and a little bit of layering. So it's sort of volumizing itself about here. So it's really nice actually just to use these little grips to sort of get it back into place a little bit. And also I'll show you, I've got this big grippy thing in the back of my hair at the moment, which I actually really like, and I tend to wear quite a lot when I'm at home because it just gets it up and off my neck when it's really, really hot and we're sitting outside. So really enjoying those hair accessories at the moment. And another thing I'm really enjoying, and that's, I mean, it's not a new thing. Painting your nails isn't a new thing, is it? Seems to be a bit of a thing at the moment for lockdown because people are having to do it at home when perhaps they haven't normally done so. I've always done my own nails, and let's just say for my feet, I've always tended to prefer more of the sort of naturally rosy pinky shades and sometimes reds. I kind of keep away from the colours that are less natural, shall we say, like, you know, greens, blues, purples and things like that. So I tend to keep with more of the natural tone. That's really strange to say it like that, but that's what I tend to do for my nails. But I've recently fallen back in love. I bought a couple of blues last year and I've been using this one on my nails when I've been doing maybe different pastel colours on a different nail. But I really, really love this one at the moment, and it's literally just one I got last year from Primark. It's not particularly the nail varnish, it's just the colour. And if I just, it's a bit tight. If I just can show you, it's just a really soft, like, just a really powder blue almost, and it's really nice. By the time you've got a couple of layers on your toenails, it's just a beautiful, it's kind of like just a nice transition coming out of the winter when perhaps you've just had a quick pink or a red or something on your toes for most of the winter, and then you just want to sort of transition into spring and get your feet out and your feet just look fresh and spring-like, if you know what I mean. I don't know, it's just weird, but I'm just really associating this time and weather at the moment with a really nice sort of powder blue pink toenail at the moment. So I'm just going to pick up my randoms in front of me, probably no rhyme or reason to the order of this, but we're just going with it. So next I want to talk about this book. Now I bought this, had it for my birthday back at the beginning of March. And it's taken me that long to read it. No reason why it's a very quick read, in seriousness. You could probably read it in one day if you were that much of an avid reader. The words are big enough, the chapters are actually really small and snappy, so it's good in that respect. I just need to take more time to schedule reading in my day rather than just pick it up when I'm about to fall asleep at night, because I can't read enough. I literally can read, I might read that. You can see that's literally like a whole page. Literally, if you put that together, it would equal 1 page. and I'm lucky if I can finish that before I fall asleep sometimes. So I'm struggling to kind of get into the book and really be engrossed in it and enjoy it. So to do a better job of reading a book, I'm scheduling more time, and if I'm sitting out in the garden and I'm quite happy to have a couple of hours of peace and quiet out there, I'm going to read my book and I will absorb myself in a book. I always used to do that. I used to take like a whole afternoon if I had nothing on. Back in the day, when was that? Yeah, and I just sort of get engrossed in a book and I got more out of it. So I'm going to do that more because I actually finished this book, probably had about that much left to read, and I just really enjoyed it because I took the time to actually read it in an afternoon and then the following morning out in the sun, and it was really lovely way of just relaxing. So this book is really good. I would have originally said it was okay, but because I enjoyed finishing the book in the way that I read it, I thought it was really, really good actually. It's not a hard book to get into. There's only a sort of a handful of characters, but it touches on a few subjects. Yeah, and it's just really good. I mean, you know, this is my sister, the serial killer, is going to tell you something, and I've mentioned it before. You may even have heard the book. It's literally a lady who's a nurse whose beautiful younger sister that everybody loves has killed a couple of her previous boyfriends. And this nurse lady, Corid is her name, she knows about it and has helped clear the whole situation up for her sister. And it's just how that unfolds a little bit. So yes, enjoyed that one come the end. So next I want to show you a hand soap. Exciting stuff, isn't it? But this one is from Bayliss and Harding, and it's their Goodness Beautifully Clean Natural Hand Wash. It smells gorgeous. I actually could wash my whole body in this. It's that sort of nourishing, moisturising, non-drying, and smells gorgeous. In Boots here in the UK, they sold this one and another one. This is, the packaging has got this sort of really soft, muted, minty green shade, and the other one was more of a muted sort of pinky, and I think the flavours and scents were more sort of rose based, whereas this one is oud and cedar and amber, and that was kind of where I was. I really enjoy that. It's really good. It's their Goodness range, so it's vegan, it's naturally 98% naturally derived, dermatologically improved, and obviously recycle 100% of the bottle. So but it's very moisturizing and it smells gorgeous, and it's like that really sort of nice on-trend packaging at the moment for soap dispensers and things. It's plastic, so I can have it actually up in my bathroom. I don't like to have sort of glass soap dispensers on my bathroom sink because there's tiles everywhere, and I think it's just too dangerous if it got knocked off. But that's plastic. But yeah, I'll happily refill that as and when, but it's quite a hefty container of 500 ml. So really, really would like to recommend that actually, because it smells so gorgeous and leaves a lovely sort of moisturizing film in a good way on your hands. So this one's a bit random, but I wanted to mention it because I've really enjoyed tackling most of my kitchen, shall we say, with this stuff. Picked it up from Amazon, and it's called the Pink Stuff, and it's just like a paste, obviously a pink paste, and a little bit, oh, actually it smells quite nice. There's a little bit of grit to it, if you know what I mean. So it's really good for cleaning absolutely everything. If you've got like any of your surfaces or your extractor hood, anything that gets that little bit of a film on it because of cooking, so it gets a bit greasy, grimy, shall we say, this will really tackle through it. I've used it on trainers just to get the white clean all around the edge. I've used it on our, like I say, the filter lid things underneath your extractor hood. I've used it on the hob. Didn't come up quite as well on the hob, but I think it's really like, because it's quite scorched on the hob, but that's fine. I've used it on paint, just wiping off a little mark on the wall, so that came off on paint. You can just use it on pretty much anything. Give it a good scrub with this and it brings it up a treat, and I was really impressed, so I wanted to mention it here. Okay, so now we're on to the good stuff. That was a bit random, some of those things, but now we're on to some skincare that I want to say I've been blown away with. Actually, I've never used anything from this brand within their skincare range. I've picked up some of their makeup in the past. Probably, I wouldn't rush to buy it. It's not kind of one of my top brands for makeup choices. And what we are talking about is Revolution. Okay, and they've got a skincare out there. It's a range that's been out for quite a while now, but I've just never been drawn to actually go for any of it. It's kind of in that same price range as the Inky List and the Ordinary. So if anything, I would potentially go for more of those brands. But basically, I was on the hunt for another hyaluronic acid, and I'd also read some good things about niacinamide. So that was the wrong way round, by the way. Hyaluronic acid, niacinamide. And I did go down to our store in Boots just to see what was in there that I could actually purchase in store. And I was looking at this range, Revolution. And I thought, well, they've got hyaluronic acid, can't go wrong with hyaluronic acid. I'm just gonna buy that one. I'm just gonna pick it up, not a problem. That's the hyaluronic acid, 2%, perfect. So I got that one. Then carried on looking at some of their other products and saw that they had a niacinamide. And this is a 10% niacinamide and 1% zinc. So I thought, why not? I'm gonna give it a go. Why not? And I tell you what, I don't think I have stumbled across a product that I have used on my face and seen such instant results. I know that's quite a big claim, and I do make quite a big claim against it because that's what happened. I literally used it that evening before going to bed, and in the morning I was convinced my little fine lines around here, around my eye, crow's feet, whatever you want to call them, were much improved. So I was impressed. So I keep using it. And then you don't want to not use it, because every time you use it, I use it morning and night. And it tends to be the first thing I put on my skin before going in with all my other serums and things. And I can't rate it highly enough. I would 100% continue to use it. I'm not sure if Revolution is any better in this respect than any other niacinamide, potentially not. 10% niacinamide seems to be absolutely fine for my space. And I did a bit of research on niacinamide, and to be fair, it's a product that I think absolutely everybody could use and appreciate something from it. It is such an all-round good ingredient to put onto your skin. It's good for hyperpigmentation if you've got acne-prone skin. It's good for helping with the appearance of your pores. I don't think there's much out there that will actually make them smaller, but they just help with the appearance of them. There's so many things you can, and the good thing about it is sometimes when you start using all of these different ingredients and actives in your routine, you're not sure what actually works with what. And could I, if I use a niacinamide, can I use a vitamin C as well in that same nighttime routine? Yes, you can. Niacinamide is links very nicely with everything else that you might use. So if I use a niacinamide, I can go on and use my vitamin C. I do tend to just sort of switch things out occasionally. If I want to use more of a retinol product or my lactic acid products, I might leave this off, but then I've also used it and it's been absolutely fine as well. I tend to do this step first after cleansing, which can be kind of earlier in the evening, kind of 7, 8 o'clock. And then I would put my last sort of layer of maybe a lactic acid or a retinol or something literally before getting into bed. So I'm not sort of slapping it all on top of each other within 5 minutes. But basically, this is absolutely amazing. I'm so pleased that I found it. And I'm just finding that my fine lines are just in the mornings, when you look at your face and it's semi-rested, it just looks good. It looks okay. I am finding here the 2 little lines that you get up here from all of this malarkey. Since turning 51, literally, there's stubborn ones and they are still there. This isn't potentially helping those, whether they're a little bit deeper already, so it's harder to actually make a difference in the appearance. But these fine lines here, as in, you know, your crow's feet, definitely made a difference, and your face just looks more rested in the morning. And then obviously I use it in the morning routine as well. So basically, shout out to Revolution. Hyaluronic acid, absolutely fine, same consistency of anything that I've used with the Ordinary, say. Yeah, just does the job. But this one, you actually saw it doing something. Right, so the last bit of skincare I want to mention, and by no means least, because these are pretty cool as well. These are from the Superfacialist. They're the little booster range that they've brought out probably April time, something like that. I bought them directly from the website. I clicked twice, so I've bought 2 lots of each. So I've got backups already, so I'm glad I'm impressed, let's say that. So there's the retinol obviously in the traditional purple packaging and the vitamin C in the orange. And basically they're booster drops. So to an existing product, moisturizer, serum, whatever you want to add it to, you can add between 1 and 3 drops. And that's exactly what I do. I've tried 3 drops. That made my skin look a little bit too glowy. Nice, but it just sort of made my makeup slip a little bit. It all settled in the end, but I found 1 to 2 drops is much better. And I actually add it into my Even Intense Hydrating Serum. So I go in with my niacinamide first, and then I would just put 1 or 2 drops in with my Even Hydrating Serum. And it works beautifully. Your makeup looks fresh, your skin looks fresh with a nice bit of a glow, just sort of a dewy finish all day, and I really love that one. So the retinol, I do the same. I literally go full on with the 3 drops and add it to my nighttime moisturizer. In the morning, there's no ill effects, everything looks lovely and peaceful and calm, and obviously it's an anti-aging product, so time will tell, let's say, but absolutely loving those booster drops. Glad I've got backups. Okay, so just started to nip upstairs because I forgot this one. How could I forget? This is a new gradual tanner, new to me, okay? And it's the Body Glow by Skinny Tan. I've never tried anything from this range before. I am a bit of a gradual tanner. I don't go in for the full-on fake tan, shall we say. Don't know why, it's just, you know, it's just one of those things. It's quite time consuming and then you've got to upkeep it, blah, blah, blah. Gradual tanner is kind of easier. Put it on, leave it for a day or 2. If it starts fading off, you put a bit more on, mix it with your moisturizer. It's just a bit easier for me, okay? So when I saw it, I was like, that sounds interesting. There was fair and medium. I picked up medium because I think medium can give you more of a brown shade, whereas fair sometimes can give you more of a orangey shade, if you see what I mean. I've kind of learned that from the Garnier Holiday Sun. Tend to go for medium, gives you a bit more of a tan, if you see what I mean. Anyway, this one, the Body Glow, it's vegan, cruelty-free, vegan and vegetarian, all the good things. What else does it say about it? Hydrating, it's got aloe vera in it. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I was reading up about it, and do you know what I really like about it? Is that it smells of coconuts, and I do like a coconut scent. It's not particularly a self-tanny kind of smell. Not that I got a problem with that. I like a bit of self-tan stink. I like it. But basically I got home from purchasing it and I popped it on, literally just my arms and legs. Within about 2 hours, I had a beautiful, natural, but a deeper, nice tan. It had gone a slightly darker colour than what I potentially naturally do, if you see what I mean. Not that I'm tanning, if you know what I mean. So yeah, and then, you know, every 2, maybe 3 days, I'll pop a little bit more on, depending on what I'm wearing, what I want to look like, and how it makes me feel. And right now, I'm loving it, because it's giving me a nice holiday tan that I ain't gonna get anywhere else this year. So really enjoying that and would highly recommend. Body Glow by Skinny Tan. That was in Superdrug, by the way. Okay, so I was going to just go straight on and talk about what I've been enjoying on the old TV, on Netflix and whatever I've been watching this month. But I also want to give a little shout out, and I haven't actually physically got it here with me, to one particular style of dress that I have pretty much lived in whilst we've been at home so much. I just loved the ease of it. It is in my laundry basket at the moment, and I'm not about to fish through some stinky socks and boxers to fish it out to show you. But I will insert a picture here because I took a picture of me wearing it in the garden the other day. So, as you can see, it is just a plain black slip dress, and I picked it up from H&M for about a tenner last year. Wore it a few times actually last summer with a big oversized shirt. Absolutely love the vibe it gave, but it's so simple if you're just in and out of the house, if you're working from home and you just want to chill in the sun to have your coffee, but then you kind of want to feel that you're covered up a little bit at home. And it's so lightweight. There are some things on the H&M website at the moment similar, because I was looking to maybe get a similar or basically the same dress, perhaps in a different colour, but I wasn't too drawn with the colours that they had. I liked them, but it wasn't exactly what I was looking for. So I found something else anyway, obviously. But yeah, that dress right now, I've got so much wear out of it. Washed it, ironed it, washed it, ironed it. It's perfect. It's so easy. And like I say, those little slip dresses are so inexpensive. So it's just really nice just for sort of slopping about in, instead of like jogger shorts or something. Just sort of makes you feel a little bit more put together wearing a dress. So now we will talk about Netflix and what I've been watching on the old TV. So first up, I think there's about 4 things I want to say. Obviously, if you've got recommendations, please let me know, because we do love to get into a good series. So if there is anything on the TV or Netflix that you've really enjoyed, let me know. But first up, we watched on BBC iPlayer Normal People. I think everybody pretty much has watched this through the month of May and has potentially gone rushing out and bought the book as well, if they hadn't already read it before. Very good watch. I think it's more probably tailored for 20 something, you know, maybe if you've been to university you can relate to it. I didn't go to university and I'm a lot older than that now, so but it was still, you could still get into it. It's just a connection between 2 people, a male and a female, and what they do, how they come together, how they fall apart, how they come together, how their life kind of pans out over the course of sort of 4 or 5 years of that university, leaving school, university kind of age. And it's just really nice, just a really, something different, something completely different that hasn't been on the TV for ages. So yeah, you may enjoy that one. Then we finished season 3, because season 3 has come out more recently, of Ozark. Because season 3 came out and everybody was talking about it, we obviously had to watch all of it because we hadn't seen any of it before. So we watched all 3 seasons. Absolutely loved it. I think we watched season 3 so quickly that I almost can't remember what happened, whereas 1 and 2 kind of, we took longer to watch those. But it's just a really good series as well to get into, based in America, based around a family, based around the husband who has to launder money for the drugs cartel. Yeah, it's sort of down to earth because it's based around a family, but it's kind of like a different way of living, how they live, because of the situation that the dads put them in. But it's cool, really nice. You've probably heard about it, so I won't say too much more, but really good, and really enjoyed the ending as well. So next up, I've got back into season 2 now of Dead to Me. This is just really nice, like half-hour episodes. Season 1 was amazing. Season 2, I'm halfway through. It's just a good little bit of banter between these 2 women. It's quite complicated because one killed the other one's husband and then she befriended her to try and make everything better for her, and then now the other one has ended up killing the other one's boyfriend, and she hasn't told her what she's done, but she knows he's dead. And it's all just, yeah, but it's quite comical because one character is really quite blunt, pessimistic, straight to the point, you know, hard talking, and she comes out with some really funny things. So that's really nice as well, and just quick and short little half-hour episodes. And then the one we've only just started watching, I think we've just sort of into 3 or 4 episodes, but I watched the first season, and this is Afterlife. This is with Ricky Gervais. It's very British. It's, yeah, we started watching it literally about 3 nights ago for the 2nd season, and yeah, it's just as good as the first. Probably a little bit more swearing in it, but you know, it kind of has a bit of an impact, and it's funny. It's said in all a funny way, and I just like it's basically him. He's recovering from his wife's death. I think it was probably about 18 months ago. She would have died of cancer, and he just can't get over her death, so he's pretty much depressed. But it's kind of him trying to get out of the situation and not be quite so horrible to everybody. But it's cool. I really like the humour of it, so I'm enjoying that one as well. I think that was it on the things we've been watching. I hope I haven't missed anything out. Anyway, yes, let me know down below if you've been getting into any series that you've been enjoying, or anything, actually, any podcasts as well. I want to start getting into listening to some podcasts, but I just don't know where to start. Yeah, it's hard to just kind of pick and find one, and I've got ones in mind that I want to try and find, and it's just, anyway, but if you've got any really good podcasts as well, let me know. So my hair's getting sort of boofier and boofier by the minute because it's quite warm again today. So thank you so much for watching. Like I say, stay safe. Thank you again for watching. Leave a little comment down below if you'd like to. I'd love to hear from you and I will always respond. And I'll see you next time, guys. Bye. Don't forget to subscribe as well. I never know. I think it's this side. Sorry. Subscribe, please. Anyway, I'll see you next time, guys. Bye.